What's going on, SA Gamers? This is Captain Curtis, and we're at week 3 of our weekly Devos, and this is our Advent series. We're getting so close to Christmas, and we've only got one more Devo before Christmas actually happens. And the next week's devotion won't be connected to our Advent series. It'll be on its own, but I think it'll be unique and special, and I'm really looking forward to it. But today, we'll continue with our series called Messy Christmas. It's the third week, and this week's title is Jesus Shows Up in the Middle of the Mess, and we know that he does. There's something about Christmas characters that just makes Christmas way more fun, right? Characters like Buddy the Elf or Rudolph or even the Grinch. But when you think about the actual characters in the original Christmas story, things were a little more complicated. Think about it. The people of Israel had been waiting for hundreds of years for a Messiah to show up and save them. Mary, the mother of Jesus, was being gossiped about by everyone in town because she was pregnant, unmarried, and claimed to have been visited by an angel. Joseph was engaged to Mary and was about to leave Mary until an angel appeared to him as well. And the famous shepherds that we see in the nativity scenes, they were considered outcasts in society at the time. To make things even more complicated, Mary, while pregnant, had to travel with Joseph to his hometown of Bethlehem. And when they arrived, there were no available rooms, so they had to sleep in a place where the animals stayed at night. And this was the very place Jesus was born. Whether you're familiar with these people and events in the Christmas story or not, my point is that the very first Christmas wasn't perfect. It was messy and complicated. The circumstances were the opposite of calm and joyful, but Jesus showed up in the middle of the mess. Check out what the angels said to the shepherds nearby. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all people. Today in the town of David a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord." That's from Luke chapter 2. Good news of great joy for all people. That was Jesus. Jesus came to us in the middle of the mess to show us that God is with us and has so much love for us. Good news, great joy for all people. Even when things seem messy and not at all how we want them to be. No matter how messy or broken things feel right now, Jesus wants to help. He sees you, he knows you, and he loves you. And he wants you to experience that great joy no matter what your circumstances are. Jesus shows up in the middle of the mess. It's not easy to choose joy when our circumstances are difficult. Hearing how other people still have joy because of Jesus, even when things are messy, can inspire us to choose joy in Jesus too. So over the Christmas break, I want you to find somebody. A parent, an aunt and uncle, a relative, a cousin, a youth group leader, somebody, and ask them. Ask them how they experienced Jesus in the midst of challenges and how they chose joy. I know some of you have been having a rough year, some messy stuff, but you're still experiencing joy even though things are less than ideal, and that's awesome. For others of you, you may feel like you're not doing a good job with this right now. Things are complicated and you don't feel joyful. That's okay. Life has its good and bad, and hurt is just as much a part of life as joy. It's real. And there's no reason to pretend like things are perfect. Sometimes circumstances are tough, and that can overwhelm us. Sometimes the holiday season brings the worst out of us instead of the best, and we feel down, and it's difficult for us to feel better. But Jesus shows up in the middle of the mess. Jesus wants to show up in your life because he loves you and wants to have a relationship with you. He wants great things for your life. He wants you to experience a great joy that he brings. My hope is that you'll experience that great joy not only during Christmas season, but all year long. Well, SA Gamers, I hope that rings true, that you do find great joy this year, and I hope you find it in more than just video games. I hope you find it in Jesus. I know everyone connected to SA Gaming hopes that for you. I know that we care about you and we want the best for you. So I hope you stay safe over the Christmas break, and we'll see you in the new year.